Hey guys, just another INFJ ramble. I don't know how I'm gonna piece this particular topic together. I guess it has to do with authenticity and being who you really are. I noticed, so this all sprang about by me watching a YouTube video. There's somebody that I subscribe to, and he's really brilliant. I can see how some people may be put off by, his tone, his choice of words, etc. But he's really real. He doesn't have this where he's all done up with like the perfect backdrop, with the perfect wording, and this really surreal calmness and peace to him. So it's, to me, it comes off really raw and really real. And I personally appreciate that. When somebody is like all dressed up and they have like a special lighting and all this special stuff, and they have this like painted smile on their face and they're presenting something to me, I guess I can see why that would be more pleasing. However, like I can't help but question how, sincere and how authentic and how genuine this person is being. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Okay? So if you look at a tree is beautiful just as it is. It doesn't need special lighting. It doesn't need a special, like, I don't know, it doesn't need makeup. It doesn't need all this kind of like add-ons in order to enhance itself. A tree is beautiful just as it is, just being. Same with a flower. It emits a fragrance and it's natural. It's not, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these people who like go to like put in like extra effort in order to make themselves look appealing, put in extra effort to make themselves look and seem appealing, I feel is deceiving. It's like they're presenting their package one way, but it's probably not. I mean, I don't think it's applicable to everything or everyone, but, like people who are like doing this, I just feel like, for me, like I said, I appreciate rawness. Rawness to me is realness. And anyways, this person that I was watching on YouTube, he does swear. He uses profanity in his expression, and he also, I guess, in his past few videos, he comes off as kind of angry, but his presentation is 100% raw and real. He's not pretending. And he's honoring his emotions in the moment, and he's not pretending to be something he's not. He's, he has the courage to just kind of express himself in his raw form. I know I've said raw so many times in this video. I apologize. I just don't know any other way to say it. And same for me. Like, I don't feel the need to buy... I mean, I had thought about it at one point to buy a microphone, but I'm like, is that a necessity? Like, for me, it's like, if you don't like what I'm putting out, nobody's holding a knife to your back and making you watch it, like... I don't know, this is me. This is what I have to work with, which is the cell phone, and I am pretty happy with that. I don't feel the need to have to go out and buy all these additional things in order to appeal or be appealing to you. It's either you'll like me as I am or you won't. And I appreciate that. In the same vein, I've noticed that people who are charming are usually superficial. they use their charm as a way, like a snake, to entice you so that they can, how do I say, influence you in a way that is beneficial to them. I mean, they may have your best interest in mind, they may, but usually a charming person uses charm to manipulate you. So, like, I was asking myself, and I was thinking about the people that I've encountered most recently, and I was also thinking about the people in my inner circle, and I was thinking about me and how, because I can be charming. I can, and I think I do it maybe to create some kind of commonality between me and another person so that they can feel comfortable, so that I can extract information from them, so that I can make a connection. I don't think I use the information I acquire to attack them or to make them feel less than. In fact, I would like to think that I use the information that I extract through charm, which is, I feel like, a manipulation tactic, but I don't use it to cause harm. I use it to form connections. And there's people out there who don't. They don't have your best interests in mind, and they will charm you so that they can use you and abuse you to meet their needs. And I've come across these people. They are very good at what they do. So, and then I've come across super grumpy people, like super people who have like really off-putting personalities. But if you put in the time and the effort and you try to penetrate through the grumpiness, you find the real person inside, and they actually end up being super cool, But that's the thing, like most people, they want to see the pretty packaging. They want the things that appeal to the senses. And then they take that at face value and they think that's real. And a lot of times it's not. Why do you think we fall for narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths? They are experts at manipulation, at charming you. And I think INFJs can manipulate and charm as well, but the motivation is different. The narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths are looking to meet their needs and use you as a battery, so they can parasite off of your energy. And I'd like to think that I don't do it for that reason, but I can admit, like, straight up, I do have the ability to charm people, But yeah, think about it. Like, would you want something that's fake but looks good and sounds good but isn't good? Or would you prefer something that maybe isn't that appealing to the senses, but it's the best thing in the world for you? I mean, it's something to think about, I guess a good example could be like healthy food, The potato chips and the soda taste so much better, but it's not really good for you. It's pretty toxic. It's pretty poisonous. But the healthy stuff, like, I'm not trying to convert you. I'm just trying to make an example or come up with an analogy off the top of my head. But, like salads and like all these like healthy foods, they don't really taste good until, you kind of like shift your lifestyle needs, and then you start adopting a liking to these healthy things, But initially they don't taste good. They taste like cardboard, or, they don't really have that much flavor. But that's what's best for you, It's not like, I don't know. It's not packaged pretty, although we've gotten into the habit of presenting healthy food in a way that is appealing to the senses, especially to the eyes. But bottom line, just be careful. Like, people who are charming, they may have the worst motives in mind for you. And I've fallen several times for it. Silly me. Because I think you can agree, like, since we are wired differently, since we see the world differently, since we have a totally different dialogue and not many people can understand us, when we do meet people who seem like they understand us, seem like they're interested in us, it can be very enticing, and we fall for it. And these people are the psychopaths and sociopaths and narcissists, I'm learning to differentiate, and to just kind of like be more wary, be more aware, so I feel like if somebody is super charming, it's like don't just eat it up, so quickly. Like, I would definitely take a step back and observe for a while. And most likely these people just manipulate people to make themselves look good, to make themselves feel good, to like get some kind of need met, But as far as being genuine and sincere and having people's best interest in mind, probably not. I mean, look at like the salespeople, like car salespeople. I'm sorry if you're a car salesman and you are sincere, but a lot of them are just trying to make a sale. They'll just talk you up, just to like make that sale. But is it sincere and genuine? No, they're trying to meet their need. So sometimes, I feel like most people want like this saintly person that's so gentle and kind and, beautiful and radiant. But that could be like false packaging. Sometimes the most realist people, the ones that don't have all the makeup and all the whatever stuff's going on, they're probably more real with you than a lot of the other guys that look appealing. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It's about like promoting yourself. So I don't know. I'm not really into promoting myself. I just make these videos for myself and for anyone else who's willing to listen, but I'm not trying to promote myself. But I feel like if you are trying to promote yourself, there is like probably a hidden agenda or ego-based agenda that you're striving towards. That's just my personal opinion. You are entitled to your own personal opinion as well. But I feel like if I made this video, it would offer you a different perspective and maybe even think about your interactions with things and people that seem appealing as you move forward in your interactions, I don't know if I made sense, but if you learned something, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. If I were to look back on my life, like the people who were the most charming did the most damage. They like stabbed me in the back. And I thought like I had like these really like deep connections with them, and they made it seem like we had this huge like, I don't know, common ground to work upon, like foundation, and they made me put down my guards really quickly. And because I'm already gullible and trusting, it's easy for them to snake their way into my personal domain, my inner realm, and they did the most damage there. Like, I don't know, man. So just be wary. If somebody like you meet, it just starts, you hit it off really well and it just seems too good to be true, it just might be. Also YouTube videos, like people like crucify people for being real. I actually, if I could clap my hands right now, I would standing ovation for people who keep it real, who aren't trying to pretend to be something they're not, irregardless of their emotional state. If you're happy, you're happy. If you're sad, you're sad. If you're mad, you're mad. We are all of these things, and we should be able to express all these things without being humiliated or like crucified. You know what I mean? It's all about being holistic, not just like one-dimensional, and then showing people like all these nice things, because there's parts of us that aren't that pretty and we hide it, and it's a shame because we're not honoring ourselves fully on a holistic level. Anyhow, I'm gonna go because I can keep talking. It's already been 15 minutes. Have a beautiful day. I know I will. Blessings to one and all. Amen.